Dream Team, it's your boy Neal back with another reaction video, guys. Here we are with Aussie Reddit memes. We built different. We know y'all built different over there in Australia, and I'm excited to jump into these memes and see just how different. We're going to break this video down into two parts. Before we dive in, make sure you subscribe, ring notification bell, get the video a thumbs up, and let's do this.
Australian memes. Well, it's not really my thing, but...
Yeah, mate, buzzy yourself down your plunges, cause I got a prezi for you. I'm fresh out of my swagman and I got that jug singing, so let's go rip it through some ripper Aussie memes and say other phrases of Aussie culture that no one really over the age of 4.
I'm so glad I did not take a full drink of this drink, dog. I'm so glad I had only got a couple drops in my mouth before he jumped in with that, because it would have been all over my computer screen. I would have spit it out, bro. I almost died when he came with that Aussie accent.
Nobody even bothers to say themselves, to be honest. It's very, very rare we actually still say these things.
But anyway, let's stop being a galah and give it a burl.
That means to have a go. I've just learnt that myself. You truly feel alienated from your culture when you have to Google Aussie slang for this intro. It's okay though, I'm verified. I got the birth certificate. I come from the land where Spider-Man walks downside up. Local police are now tasering 95-year-olds in walking frames. Man, how does this even happen? Yes, the grandma was holding a knife and had dementia. But this guy's quoted with saying, "God damn if it ain't Australian too. Bugger it," before tasing her. What a way to accentuate that you'd rather shoot someone than de-escalate. Australians resisting the urge to add mate in every comment on posts about Australia to let everyone know they're Australian. The fact my first reaction to this was going to say, mate. Don't call us out like that. Nor the fact that it can come across as endearing or threatening depending on the...
It'd be that tough to not say mate. It'd be that tough, that hard to not say mate.
Context, just like the word Australian town starter pack.
Oh yeah, take me down that memory lane of cross-country family trips.
Has a pub that looks exactly like this. Sometimes multiple of them. It's true, we have an alcohol problem. Most of us don't even have sunburns. We're just red because of blood alcohol levels. Always has one of these, just in case China sends a weather balloon. It does seem silly considering we're like furthest away from most of the major
Just in case China sends a weather balloon.
countries that ever went to war. A fun fact for the uneducated about our pristine culture. Also ignoring the fact we lost a war to emus. Shut up. When Japan was invading through Indonesia, making their way downtown to Australia, they were so close, so confident they were going to take over Australia, they had already started printing off their own Japanese converted Australian currency and giving it to the soldiers. It's just fun memories like that that make you not surprised that Australia sniffs on the butthole of America so much. You're trashy reality TV. Oh, it smells so good, America. Oh, please, give us more. But when we don't have...
Your trashy reality TV, it smells so good, America. Please, give us more. I be enjoying reality TV. Even though I know it be scripted and they be doing all that for entertainment purposes, the drama just be good. Like, I like seeing the drama. I like the betrayal. I like the backstabbing. I like it all. Gosh dang it.
Have America, we have built-in Air Force. Technically only attacks the locals though. Not a very effective Air Force. Very scary. Average guy in the pub.
Yeah, mate, I'm proud of the fact I'm a true blue Aussie man. Haven't showered in a few days and I got a beer belly that looks like I'm constantly pregnant.
Has at least one house, often more, that looks like this. And all the real estate agents will call it character. Ooh, what's that next door? Property owned by a millionaire who built that place into a modern house? Well, guess this place is now worth an extra $300,000. Real estate logic. We'll see you next Tuesday. New Zealand.
Psst, hey, can I copy your homework?
Australia. Sure, just change it up a bit so it's not obvious.
I'll make my star red. After all the blood spilled by the British colonies.
The definitive list of Aussie heartbreak. From bad to very bad to the worst. Being dumped. Yes, despite how beautiful Australia is, this is considered one of the least terrible things to deal with in this world. Having to pay for sauce. Oh, this thought alone makes me age like 40 years into a boomer and complaining about the good old days where we didn't have to pay for sauce when I get a pie from a bakery. Anzac Day falling on a weekend and losing a public holiday off. How dare you, calendar? How am I meant to honor the Anzac sacrifice if I don't spend a day being on my ass and playing video games instead of going to work? Honestly, another...
That is frustrating, goddamn. Put it on a Monday through Friday. Do not let it fall on a weekend, gosh dang it.
A staple of our culture. You're typically meant to turn up at the 6 a.m. dawn service of Anzac Day to kind of, pay your respects. So many of us don't bother to do that they have a 10 a.m. service now as well. Look, I'm sure there's more valid reasons, but I like to think that it's because we're just so lazy the government's like, alright, fine, we'll try and make this a thing as well. That's just the very bad though. That's the mild sauce. Let's get to the stuff that really makes you... hang on, let me go back to my phrase list. Whinge. Wait, whinge isn't Australian. This phrase list is a lie.
It's stained with colonist bile.
Anyway, finding out you've been using your 4G instead of Wi-Fi for hours. Now you may think that's not big of a deal because we have great mobile data packs these days. But no, in Australia, that is a terrible thing to happen to you because the worst experience is voluntarily turning off your Wi-Fi at home because your 4G is actually faster. This needs to be emphasized.
That's crazy. That shouldn't be it. That shouldn't be happening. That should not be happening. Your 4G shouldn't be faster than your Wi-Fi.
Aliens invented Wi-Fi. Why is ours one of the worst in the world? We are literally the baby daddies of this thing, and yet the 6th smallest nation in the world has the best internet. What the hell, Liechtenstein? Get out of here with your almost 200 megabytes a second. Officeworks has 1 kilogram bags. Oh my god, get out of my way. Out of my way, no, I want them. Give me those bags. No, they're mine. I'll kill you for the bags. Oh, I've never related so much to this review.
Jesus.
5-star, in mourning at their loss. This was just 2 hours ago. Did, everyone pre-order these or something? I have to admit to buying the last 1 kilogram bag. I will savor them. I do hope Alan's reviewed this decision for the sake of all the boomers that grew up with this tasty treat. I think the Australian film industry has benefited from this product, testing our knowledge for 93 years. Thank you to Officeworks for stocking the 1 kilogram bag for people to share generously. On every film set I've worked in, this has been like the staple treat for people to eat. The only reason I refuse to have these in my own house is because I know I will succumb myself to overeating and dying somehow, maybe. A current affair. Scaring old people since 1971. Teenagers doing a thing that your generation didn't do. These neighbors at some suburb you've never been to are having an argument over a tree.
Oh, not the trees!
And another news story where we hope by the sudden change in tonal shift you still don't notice it's an ad.
Oh, this one.
He said, oh no, not trees.
Seeing all these updates about the missing submarine, and still the important question hasn't been asked. Yeah, this one aged like milk. Yes, but what about Harold Holt? Harold Holt, ex-Prime Minister of Australia. Back in sometime before 1990, I don't know. Old chap went for a swim one day and he just didn't turn back up. Literally disappeared. The ocean ate him. But don't worry, Australians honoured him in their own way. They named a pool after him. God, it's like naming a stingray conservation after Steve Irwin. There's always one. Go potato scallop.
Go potato cake.
Go potato fritter.
Who the hell calls it a potato fritter in Australia these days? What is wrong with you?
I'd tolerate you calling it a potato cake as if there's any sort of dairy, egg, or flour in that thing. But a fritter? Go isolate yourself in Perth, you freak of Australian nature. The game we got.
Hogwarts Legacy.
The game we wanted.
Hogs.
Breath Cafe, the only place in Australia to get yourself some curly fries. For some reason, really, like you can buy them at the grocery store. Why do not more places sell curly fries? It doesn't make any sense. We're not even.
I do agree with that because everybody who sells regular fries should just sell curly fries as well. Give us options. We like
And actually a cafe. We're a restaurant. Why do they call themselves cafe still at this point? But hey, if you're coming from Texas and you really want to feel at home, go to this place. That's literally what they try to be. Americans. We need guns to defend ourselves. Australia. Melbourne man fights off carjacker with Nescafe Blend 43 jar. Yeah, Australian advertising goes hard. This is a creature. In America, it is known as a fly. In France, it is a unmouche. In German, it is eine Fliege. In South Korea, it is a pali. In Australia, it is a frick off, you stupid fricking. How many of you bast? It's in my mouth. Oh god. A new and improved Australia map. Here we have Australia separated in 5 major states.
Drugs die, alcohol burn, more drugs. Gross cousins ill, drown in sweat. Cyclones, F-all, pain, regret, Perth, I think, sharks.
Now, I grew up just above hell there, just underneath drown in sweat. Now, though, I live between ew and gross. Of course, Tasmania being changed to Isle of Cousins, because, hey, they got no one else to pick from. Going inland, we see Schmidt, more burn, more alcohol, die, and drugs. Then making our way to the barren land of Western Australia known as cyclones, Frickle, pain, regret, Perth, I think, and sharks. Fun fact, in the areas between alcohol, pain, and burn, there's multiple roads that have signs saying this is the last place of like human civilization. If you break down here or run out of fuel, unless you are prepared, you will die. It's always interesting when you come across those signs and later on down the road you see a car that's been parked to the side and set ablaze as if the fire from the heat caught it ablaze, and yeah, it's kind of dark. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, some fun memories of cross-country camping with my family. How Australians actually are. I don't even know what's going on here. Did someone throw Australians into...
That can't be just all regular. That gotta be just the bogeans. That gotta be just the bogeans, man. That can't be all Aussies. Could it? Is it? Really?
Mid-journey, my school. Please bring a gold coin donation. My parents.
Gold coin? Nah, they don't deserve any of that.
Let's give them 2 of the largest freaking cent coins in human history. Seriously, if you can't beat someone to death with a Nescafe 43 blend jar, you can beat them to death with a 50-cent coin.
I can tell you.
Queensland seems to have suddenly developed a growth.
The secret the government doesn't want you to know. Australia is actually a sleeping brachiosaurus.
Chad.
What do you mean your grandpa's also named Joe? I thought we were in the clear.
Sydney, Melbourne.
At war with each other ever since trying to decide who should be the major city of Australia before eventually just deciding, you know what, we'll have something in the middle. Australian Capital Territory. There we go, now we'll never fight again. Famous people don't go to your city.
I'll kill you.
Meanwhile, Brisbane, Darwin, Adelaide, and Perth. Yeah, we're fine, just chilling. Brisbane, what are you doing?
I want to be a big city too.
Brisbane, stop it. You don't have the infrastructure.
Yeah, but,
You have one major roadway through the city.
I want to put a casino next to it.
Why?
Because they have one.
Your traffic sucks as it is. Peter? Oh, God. You want an honor from Peter?
Bro, where the rest of that spider legs at? Where the rest of that spider legs at, dog?
Anyway, Peter has honored an Australian woman with the Hero to Animals Award after she rescued and rehabilitated a huntsman spider that was severely injured and had lost 6 legs. She nursed it and fed it water and small cockroaches.
No way.
After a month of care, the spider regrew all 6 legs and is getting stronger every day. It can
You really get a Hero to Animals Award for rescuing a huntsman spider, dog? I'm gonna need some awards, dog. I'm owed some awards because I done saved some pets. Because I done been with friends who I didn't feed the pets, didn't get the pets water, didn't let the pets go play, and I was the one taking care of them pets. Them pets that were suffering. You know what I'm saying? When I walked in the door, jumping up all around me because they knew Darian was gonna feed. They knew Darian was gonna give them water. They knew Darian was there to relieve them of their hunger and their thirst. Where my award at? You feel me?
can currently bench a 1-rep max of 100 kilograms. Peter Dutton reassuring the people of Tasmania they will one day take back the mainland. Look, I don't think I need to explain Peter Dutton. I think we just need to show an image of him. There we go. I trust the editors have found a sufficient picture. That's nice of KFC to name this meal after Scott Morrison.
Boneless party pleaser.
That's brilliant. Scott Morrison, backstabber of his political party to gain power, consistent failure both socially and professionally in his tourism ad career. Remember the Australian ad, Where the Bloody Hell Are You? He wrote that one. You know, the one that offended everyone outside of Australia. Fun fact about ScoMo. Yes, we called him ScoMo for short. We're Australian. What do you expect of us? Record cold June.
I hear it was so cold today that even the politicians had their hands in their own pockets. This is fine.
No. Don't bring to light we're just as corrupt as American government officials. No, stop. We're just laid back. Yeah. If you don't encourage the fellow Australians to be lazy, they'll actually do something about it. Australia, how would you like to join Europe? Improved festivals. As far as I'm aware, this is pretty much the map for Eurovision, isn't it? Seriously, fellow Eurovision enjoyers, I too am very confused why the hell Australia gets to compete. Don't get me wrong.
I was wondering about that. You feel me? I was like, when I see that pop up for Eurovision, I know they're like territory of England, of the UK, right? Or some England, the Queen is like the top person, but even of Australia, but like that did confuse me because I was like, they're not in Europe.
Humbled to feel included. But why? What you see.
Ram, I got a big ute and I'm a big boy. Look at me with my big brum brum brum.
What everyone else sees. An advertisement for seeing you in the Northern Territory. In an attempt to keep viewers for one of the longest running soap operas in Australian history, Neighbours has taken drastic measures to invite newer audiences, changing the classic street name from Ramsay Street to Gordon Ramsay.
What are you?
A tidefish sandwich.
Made this from a random epiphany in 2020. Hope you appreciate it. My God. It's everyone's dad.
This is what real blokes have for breakfast on Easter holes, mate.
I was your Uber driver like 3 months ago. Please leave me alone.
I'm so glad I was taught to play the recorder at school. It has really come in handy during my adult life. I've lost count of the times I've resolved a difficult situation with a quick blast of 3 blind mice. Binfluencer.
I still remember going to school and them trying to teach us that goddamn recorder, bro. Like, that was the biggest waste of time in the history of school, dog, is trying to teach kids how to play the recorder. I know it's because the recorders was cheap, but dang, dog, like, that was dumb. That's all we got for part 1, though. Make sure y'all subscribe, ring notification bell, get a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. It's your boy D Neal, out.